30? Comment, man. And I commented back to him. I was like, man, I'm
Bro,
glad I don't do that.
Have you think about it? You know, for having have done this so long, we've actually never got actual real hate. They've just disagreed with what we said in our videos. But
Either
that's not
that or the
hate.
people that are like haters, but
But it's honestly
just how
so
they are.
crazy because everybody's be like, oh, haters, 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 bro. We don't even like.
yeah,
We
no,
don't
I
even
agree.
like.
The mo-
It's really been it really has been a positive, friendly little journey.
Yeah.
Like in the sense of like.
The funniest comment that we get though when it does come to hate, the funniest one.
I mean,
the funniest one is
somebody-
let's just start a podcast. That's the funniest one because
well, bro, I've seen some other podcasts and I've been like, it's like two guys like us, and I've like thought in my head like, damn, these guys just start a podcast.
yeah,
Well, what that means is like.
bro,
They can see your shit and tell that you're amateur. So we were showing them amateur vibes, bro. Like
yeah.
we gotta
Hey, I'll tell you what though,
step
literally,
it up for the people, bro. If they're hating,
We've
they're
probably-
probably right. Like let's fix some shit.
Facts.
Let's get better. Like,
facts. I know we've said it in the past 2 videos, but bro, I love our cameras, bro. It feels good. You know what I'm saying? We've talked about it so many
Oh,
times,
yeah.
but I love making like quality content. It looks good now. Now we
I'm
just
so happy you
stick
love
it to
making
'em.
quality content, buddy.
Hey, but look, we're gonna jump straight into it today. We don't want to waste too much time just gibbering too much. But so one of the first topics I want to talk about with you today, I want to talk about how much wasted talent there is, and you know how much wasted potential, and not only wasted potential, how much, or the great ideas that have never been executed because of like things that happened to that person.
I was about to make a joke. I was about to say, like, if LeBron did OnlyFans instead of basketball, that's not wasted. He would just blew up another way.
I don't think so. I don't think so. But no, actually
you don't
though,
think LeBron would have blown up on OnlyFans?
no. If he wasn't LeBron James, he would not have blown up on OnlyFans. Why the fuck are we talking about LeBron and OnlyFans?
LeBron might have.
No, I do want your opinion though. So, what do you think about like wasted talent, and then, like I said, the ideas and inventions that could have been created but were lost in that person for whatever reason?
All right, serious time. brother. Actually, well, first of all, that's almost like a dumb question because I could just say, "What if?" Like, oh, what if
Oh, yeah.
I decided to be an astronaut and I was the first something dude from
Yeah.
Kentucky on the moon?
Well, no,
like,
see,
like you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like that's almost like you could say "what if" to almost any scenario on
no,
Earth. So like that's almost like a bad thing. But I mean, if you're trying to get into the topic of somebody that had a certain skill that wasted their talent,
Right.
like that's another conversation.
no, that's sort of what I was trying to get into. And,
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people like athletes like
Yeah. Well, I was leaving jiu-jitsu the other day, and I was talking to this guy, which we might have on the podcast one day. I'm not sure yet. I got to talk to him. But so he has 2 degrees, and they're both in a different type of psychology. One of them is sports. I believe it was sports psychology, and then the other one was therapy psychology. And, you know, we were just talking because I love talking to people, bro. Like, I love just picking people's brain.
We know.
And, you know, I was talking to him, and he was like, I was like, what is one of the craziest things that you've learned about people in, like, the most broad thing that you've seen in people in all areas, right?
What do you,
And he was like,
so does he talk to like?
I don't know exactly what he does. We only had like
Yeah.
a 5-minute
Did you say
conversation.
what?
But no, he said that the thing that he sees the most in people is pretty much in short term wasted potential for people that like put things off. They they waste time. They
Oh, so-
get down
so-
on
so,
themselves.
like if I thought I just had a lot on my mind and I just wanted to talk to somebody, like that's
Yeah.
what he does. So just a general therapist.
Well, no, I think. Like I said, I don't know exactly what he does, but he's got 2 different degrees, and he's a young guy. He's
Well, I
like,
guess you got to even if you don't work in that field, you still have to do some sort of like clinical in that field before you get your degree.
Yeah.
So he's definitely sat in on therapy sessions. So if that's what he sees the most, that's
That's
damn-
wild.
Oh, I see what you're getting at because I say a lot of people, later in life they like feel burnt out.
shoulda,
like,
coulda,
what-
woulda.
Yeah,
That will be the worst feeling ever.
that's kind of just like
I want to say this really fast. I so bad would in my older years, I would so much rather be a person that, you know, went all out, tried their best in my dreams and goals and shit and didn't succeed than the person that says, "Oh, if I would have done this, you know, this would have worked. If I would have done this would have worked." And that's a common thing, like you said sort of earlier, that's a common thing in athletes, I think. It's like, bro, you go talk to any old high school football player or any old high school basketball player and they're like, "Oh, if I was 2 inches taller, I would have been D1, or if I was this much
But I
faster
was
like
right there,
this
Dan.
guy."
If I was 6'4", I would be dunking. If I was your height,
Bro, you know how many times I've heard this? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Because there's just like every other
if I
fucking
was
kid in
5 inches
America,
taller, I would be dunking.
just like most kids in America, look, just like most kids in America,
You're just low.
for whatever reason,
Yeah.
whether that
joke.
be family problems, you know, problems in their life with people, whether it's drugs or any of this type of deterrence, they could have gone pro. And that's sort of what I was saying at the beginning, all the wasted potential, wasted talent for these reasons that are psychological and also just like parts of life that, you know, speed bumps that are hard to, you know, get over. That did one damn. That I'm stuttering bad. So that brings me to the next
He's
one of the
horny.
points.
Just leave him alone.
Huh?
He stutters when he's horny.
Bro, what? That's funny.
Just like, he's fine, guys. He just needs to think before he speaks. Because when your brain works faster than the way you think.
Oh, yes. So that brings me to one of my other things. And I'm going to be honest with you. I was trying to read my lips in the video that I made for myself, so I did not hear what you said.
No, I just said, it's like me. It's like I think faster than I speak.
Oh, yeah.
So
100%.
like I'll just go on.
Well, okay.
Like, you just repeat shit. Not like you, like I do that shit.
Yeah. That made me
We
think.
both think faster than we speak. That's why sometimes when we have conversations on here, we're just like exchanging, bro,
Yeah.
like going to shit.
Well, let me ask you this. So I think that can go one of two ways. And I feel like I've picked this up on people. What's up, man? I feel like I've picked this up in two different ways. Some people that think really, really fast, they either respond very quick and don't think quick enough, or they think too quick and don't respond fast enough. Or there's another thing that I see in people is they'll take longer to respond because they're thinking of so many different things in their head. You see what I'm saying? They're like,
I think I do see what you're saying. I think it's just completely random, bro.
oh no, yeah, it's
But-
all about how that person's brain works and the motor function. You know what I mean?
But definitely, I mean, just with intelligence working in so many ways. Just quick question for you: what do you think, like, when you've had friendships, just over your life, male or female friendships, what do you think? Like, what makes part of your friends call you like your smartest friend? Like when you're like, that's one of my smart friends.
So you're saying
Let's talk about men. Like, what makes like you like, you know, if your parents like sit you down at the table like, oh, what you been doing with your life? Who have you
Yeah.
been hanging out with? Like, which one of your friends you think are smart? If they said some
I
shit
got
like
it.
that,
I got it. I have the answer to this. I think what it is so say you take an idea to a friend or say you take an idea to somebody and they see the idea point blank face value, right? So say you go to somebody and you're like, I want to start this business. So that's just the idea, right? But if you can make that happen and the person looking from the outside in can see your progress and see that you're learning and see that you're focused and see that you're doing these things and see that you're improving and achieving your goals, I think that's what makes people think that other people are smart because they can apply themselves and they have the discipline to be able to, you know, learn things that they don't already know. And that's a big thing out of high school that I think a lot of people, and fuck that, not a lot of people, but some people, they tend to not learn after high school, which is such a hindrance in every aspect of life because they think, oh, I'm out of high school, I don't need to learn. And then they just sort of fall into this like,
yeah, there's a lot of things to do.
bro, there's not enough time in the day to do everything. Like, I sort of made a video on my TikTok about this. Bro, if I had 5 different lives, I would still not have enough time. Bro, how cool would it be to be a therapist? How cool would it be to try your absolute hardest to be a professional athlete? How cool would it be to be a fucking painter that lives in Japan? Or how cool would it be to be a fucking video game designer or a rapper? Or like, bro, there's so many different things that you can go for in life. and people sit here and waste so much time because they don't have ambition and goals and shit like that.
Well, I think it's just so easy to be comfortable in the middle class, bro. Like,
100%. I couldn't agree with you anymore.
You can literally have a fairly easy job that takes nothing besides waking up and showing up.
Yeah.
You go home, go to like a woman you love, go get some great food that you can afford. Like, why would you even? There's also a perspective on it. Like, why would you even want to try to be rich? Like,
Right.
just go home from my job that's not even hard. Be around like my loving family.
No, 100%. I see.
Have all my needs met. You know, have a few friends that are like that's
right.
I mean, that's good life. That's life.
That's
like,
a good life
what-
for some
that's the-
people.
That's the life that most people live. Just
I think
like,
that's
not
why.
you know what I'm saying? So it's
I
like
do- I do
you
know
know,
what you're saying.
there's really two ways for that. It can be like, why would you try that? Like, why would you be
Mm-hmm.
an overachiever when it's so easy like that? But it's just
I think that depends on the
people,
person.
bro. Different people make the world go round.
No, exactly. I think I've probably said this on the podcast multiple times, but that's one reason why I think individuality is so cool and important, and why it's such a big thing
I
that we
think
should
it's cool.
embrace.
Somebody might like be watching this thing, and I'm dumb for saying this, but like it still amazes me like how everybody looks so different in the face and stuff.
Bro, we've said this on the podcast.
Yeah, I think like
Yeah, it's very crazy. And like, but
like,
you know, it's
people be
also
like,
weird.
"Oh, you're
On the flip side of that, I know you've seen people that might look like somebody but have absolutely no relation.
It's crazy.
Isn't that weird? Like, I know you've probably seen I don't even want to say anything because people are gonna think that like I guess stereotype people, but there's definitely some people in different races as well that like sort of look similar because of their culture.
That's also because
Does that make sense?
That's also because bro, that perspective is like, if you're not the race, then you think
Yeah.
that. But if it's your own race, you don't think that.
You know, actually, this is just
Like somebody, let's say somebody from another country halfway across the world, let's say in Asia, you know, we'll see a guy that looks like you, and they'll be like, all white people look the same.
Right.
But then we could think like, oh, we see two guys look over there.
They look the
all
same.
look the same. It's just like,
I see
you know what I'm saying? That really is how it works. And just because like my job, I've really heard that said. Like,
Yeah.
So it's like
You work with Nepalese people, right?
Nepalese.
Is that how you say it?
Oh my god.
Nope. Okay.
Oh my god.
My computer. Sorry, computer. Okay, you work with Nepalese people, or is that how you say it? Nepali?
Nepali.
Nepali?
From the country of Nepal, home of Mount Everest. Nepal. No. So it's called two things. Some people call it Nepalese. Fuck, it's hard to say.
Nepalese?
Yeah, like because you know like Chinese,
Yeah.
Japanese, or some people call it Nepali.
Nepali. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard one of the dude. He was like, "Yeah, all white people look the same." And
But
I was
see,
just like,
it is very strange.
I don't think that's like a racist comment at all. It's
No.
an opinion.
See-
It's crazy that I only go on surface level talks about race, but like it's crazy like how like some people view a comment like that as racist. When
Right.
It's such
right.
an opinion.
And that brings me to what I was going to say.
Like if a dude from another culture is like, we look we could be brothers because
Yeah.
we're just both white, well, my hair's dyed right now, but not dyed.
Yeah.
Same hair color, same eye color. People be like, we're brothers.
Exactly.
But like we don't like, yeah, we look the same to you. How is that like?
See, I don't think that's...
It's almost just like, you know, if you address something to race. Like,
Yeah.
Like if you just address something towards race, it's like almost known as racist, which is, I don't like how that's a thing.
Yeah.
Or so like.
I think that a lot of people, they tend to, and there's two sides to this, and I want to say both sides before you say something because I want to be able to like explain it. So I think that sometimes people look too deep into things that are meant to be surface level, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
also, I think that it's good to look deep into things that need to be looked deep into, and I feel like that's part of.
Yeah.
And you know, we've had our fair share of this, just because this is how social media works, and this is how influence works and shit. But like people feed into that like that woke culture. And because at first woke culture was cool, like being smart and trying to look into things was cool, until I feel like now it's sort of turned into this like you're looking deep into absolutely everything, and a lot of the things tend to not even be that deep. And for perfect
Sure.
example is this, like how and then I'll bring this to my example that I was trying to say. So there was a guy that he did a social experiment in Mexico, and the guy dressed up as like in a Mexican
Oh, I know about this.
Yeah, he had a sombrero on. He had like the little I don't know what it's called. I don't want to say cape, but it's like a like.
Yeah, I'll tell the story. I'll tell it.
Yeah, you
yeah. So a dude, he was a white dude. He dressed up as he basically used it like Mexican culture is
Yeah.
what he called it. He wore a sombrero and a mustache like this, right? And he went up to like white people. He went up to white people and he says like, "Do you like my outfit?" And they said like no or yes, and they said, "Why don't you like it?" He's like, "It's racist."
Yeah,
He went up to all white people and did this, right? White dude went up to white people, was called racist.
yeah.
Goes up to multiple
In Mexico.
Hispanic people. Was this in Mexico?
Yeah, they went to Mexico to film the
Multiple
video.
Hispanic people. He said, "Do you like my outfit?" And they're like, "Yeah." He's like,
They thought it was cool,
And they were
they're
like-
embracing that
and
culture.
he's like, "Well, white people said it's racist," and they're like, "How is it racist?"
Yeah,
Like that don't. So that's
That's a
I
perfect
feel like
example.
That kind of shows like
that's a perfect.
that's
example.
a lot how a lot of people's minds are here. Like, what to think? I mean, I honestly, if a white dude came up to me, I wouldn't think it's racist, but like it definitely could seem like making fun of somebody's culture.
But is that because
The mustache, that's kind of
But let me ask you this:
not a
Is
sombrero.
that
Like if I wear a
because of our
sombrero,
culture?
how is that?
Is that because of our culture though, or is that
No.
because how we work?
Well,
You see what I'm saying? Is that
No,
been
that's-
pushed
that's-
into your mind?
no, that's
or
definitely pushing to our mind.
yeah,
with
exactly.
How everything is these days.
Yeah,
Which we're only gonna go service level into politics, government, race, social.
it's just not worth it.
What's
You know
not
what I
more
mean?
worth
It's
it?
like
It's that there's just so
people
much being
take-
spoke about, and it just everything gets taken out of such bad context. It's like
Keep talking. I'm just trying to figure out the next thing that I wanted to bring up because what I said. Oh yeah. I want to touch back a little bit on what we were talking about earlier in the episode
wasted
because
potential.
yes, but there's something else.
No,
So
what's-
when people have goals, I think one of the biggest things that you have to have, or like, not that you have to have, but this is a big problem. And I've had this problem as well. And I feel like a lot of motivated people have this problem. And it's a hard obstacle to get over if you don't know
getting
it's.
high when you're supposed to be doing something.
No. But it's hard to get over an
Not at all.
obstacle when you don't know that it's an obstacle. Does that make sense?
Name
But-
an example of something. of
Yeah.
something.
So, like, you need to be so focused on your next step, not the main picture. It's like it's the perfect example of how people have said for a long time, walk before you fly, or do 1, 2, 3 before you
Baby
do
steps, yeah.
7, 8, 10.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's really important, especially if you're trying to do something that has lots of.
Well, I'm sorry for the interruption. We got a fucking jet flying 10 feet above the place.
But no, I think it's important to focus on steps and your next step and your next, the next part of what you're doing. And sorry, before that came over, what I was saying is, especially if you're doing something with lots of different like puzzle pieces. And the reason why I say that is because, like I said, it's hard to get over an obstacle if you don't know it's an obstacle. So say you're taking these steps at a time. It's like, I don't know what the word is. Like,
Not gonna lie, bro, I'm hella lost in what you're saying. But if you're just trying to say that, like, when you're trying to achieve something,
Yeah.
stuff comes up on the road that you didn't expect. I don't know if that's what you're trying
sort
to get
of,
at.
sort of.
But yeah, I mean, definitely, like, I'll set certain goals, and I'll just
Well,
I
okay.
just have to do it by this. And
Well,
something pops up. Something pops up.
it was similar to what I was talking about, but it's like, so say you've got one big goal, and like I said, I always like to use painters as an example. So say you're trying to be a painter, instead of trying to outright first when you start trying to paint like Picasso. So say you work on just lines, and then maybe a few months later you work on just color, or say maybe a few months later you work on shading and detail and texture, right? It's all these like little steps that you have to take and I don't want to say perfect, but you definitely need to work on step by step and have a well-rounded game rather than just trying to jump far ahead and figure out the whole thing before you learn the steps to the whole thing. Is that a little bit of a better example? And like the whole reason I even brought it up though is because I think it's important to be able to, set aside your big goal and focus on what's in front of you. That's like the long story short way to say it.
I know what you're saying, bro. You gotta start somewhere. And also, I just like to clarify. Yeah, no homo on the LeBron James thing. No homo. I was just like trying to compare two completely different
Yeah.
like good guy turn evil. Dude, what like
You would have bought LeBron's OnlyFans. It's okay. We know this.
so?
So you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're so right.
Okay,
Sorry for judging.
all right.
I
To
didn't even judge.
any male watching right now, guys, if you actually subscribe to somebody's OnlyFans, like,
Bro.
bro, unsubscribe that shit and go use your.
Bro, use your
Free-
social skills. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I was gonna say use your free resources, but
Yeah. I mean, use like, bro, if you're trying to fucking get nasty in bed, bro, go fucking use your social skills. Don't fucking sit there by yourself at night and look at somebody's OnlyFans.
I have. We never talk relationship shit on here, but I got some advice for our men out here. Listen, okay,
Oh my gosh, let's hear it.
there is more women than men in the world. Repeat,
Mm-hmm.
there is more women than men in the world. So therefore, there is no matter your shape, size, color, how ugly you are, bro, there's somebody out there for you.
Yeah.
I've been talking with guys before, and they've been like, "Man, I just can't." I'm like, bro, it's up here because like you can be what you. I don't even think like beauty's in the eye of the beholder anyway. So it's what.
There's
being
three
ugly-
things that came to mind when you said this.
So it's like, bro, there's literally somebody out there that's equal to you. You
Mhm.
just got to go meet them, and you got to use, like, and also like if you do think like you're an uglier person, then like you have to make them in other ways. Like you might have to get in shape or like get good at a certain
Right.
skill that interests somebody. Like
you know what's crazy to
you
me?
know what I'm saying? Like
People-
I was telling some dude like nobody's gonna come to you and just like you for you. Like
Yeah.
like it's just how the world works. You have to bring value in some sort of ways to another person.
I think one thing that's important too, and especially in like respectfully, I'm talking to like people that are virgins and don't have experience, like talking to a lot of like men or women, whatever sex you are. But a lot of people are scared to have like experience, and what I mean by that is like, bro, you don't get out of high school or you don't get out of college or however old you are, you don't get out of whatever stage in your life and immediately find the one. Like you have to talk to people, and I'm not sitting here saying you got to fucking waste people's time, but what I'm saying though is like you've definitely got to feel the world, feel your feel people out, like, because you know, I think for young people, or like I said, people that aren't too experienced in having that social interaction, it's like, how do you really know what you want if you've never tried anything? Does that sort of make sense?
Yeah, I mean, you don't know what you want unless you tried it, of course.
Yeah,
Like, you
and
never
then-
know what you might like to. You try, but at the same time, there's those things that stick out to you. In
Well, no,
life.
100%,
But
and
you
that's
never
sort
try
of
to be like, I want to do that.
that's one of the three things that I was going to bring up though. Also, and you were saying about how people might be respectfully a little less attractive. You know, they might not.
I'm not saying we're nothing crazy. At
No,
all,
yeah, we're not
bro.
fucking the most
fuck?
handsome
I'm
men
just-
ever. But I'll say this: there is people have types. Like,
Sus.
and I'll give a perfect example.
He's sus.
We are not the most handsome men in the world. I know
He's
this.
sus.
What you mean?
He's sus.
I'm sus.
You're sus.
So.
Thank
See-
you guys
see,
for
see what I
tuning
did
in.
there. See what I did there. No, but look. So, damn, bro, you done thrown me
It's
all
been an
off.
oddly sus podcast. I'm sorry. Like I don't know what the fuck happened.
You fucked it up with LeBron and the
I
OnlyFans.
didn't fuck it up.
You fucked it up bad.
That's not fuck. Oh,
Okay.
on the sus part, yeah, I fucked it up.
Okay,
I
no,
fucked it
no,
up.
listen, no. Okay,
My bad.
I remember what I was talking about. But everybody's got types, man. Like I know you've probably all
If
seen
you
a
li-
dime.
this guys, there's
Stop
nobody,
interrupting me. You get
no,
mad at
I'm
me.
interrupting
I'm
him
interrupting
because there's
you.
no. I'm interrupting to introduce you. There's nobody else you should listen to when it comes to dating advice than TRZ, the real Zane. So, Zane, I want you to just lay it down. Lay it down for.
No, I think everybody's got types.
You never know what 12-year-old might be watching this.
Yeah, I know.
14-year-old might be watching this.
Y'all have seen. I know
This
y'all
got
have seen.
Shoddy in his math class. He just goes to math class every day and just like, I'm
Dreaming about her.
Speak
But-
to him. Speak to little Tommy that's in math class right now. Go. I
No,
won't even
So look, it's like for me,
say Tommy.
I think everybody's got types. So I know
Tommy,
y'all.
talk
I
to
know
Tommy,
y'all have
little
seen.
Tommy.
I'm talking to Tommy right now. Let me
Address
get to
him.
it.
Look in the fucking camera and you tell him. You
So,
tell him how he's gonna get laid.
I think everybody's got types, and I know everybody watching this video has seen a dime with like a 5, right? And that can be male or female, and vice versa. But it's because people have types.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying? Like, there's some women that like dad bods or beer bellies. You see what I'm saying? Like, people have types. So just because, just because this type of person doesn't like you or something doesn't, you're just not out there enough. Like that's the one thing for me when I talk to people about relationships and they're like, or like people that they want relationships, but they don't really. For the people that are like, I want a relationship, but it's hard for me to get in one, or I'm not meeting people or whatever, I think you just need to get out there. I think you need to practice. You need to try with
There's
different
so many
people.
fucking people in the world, so if you're not meeting people, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, yeah, I 100% agree. I 100% agree. Even though I don't practice, I agree.
Uh-huh.
I don't meet people like that. I'm in a relationship, man.
And I'm married to money. I don't meet people like that either. Like, it's just like, you still just gotta know the world, bro.
100%. No, I think there's nothing better. And another guy that I want to bring onto the podcast. So I met him while I was working, and really cool guy. But what I was getting to is I think there's nothing better. And I'm so serious when I say this. I don't think there's anything better than when you have a genuine conversation with somebody, whether that be somebody random, somebody that you love, somebody that you've known for a long time, somebody that you've known for 5 minutes, right? I think there's nothing better than that because to me as humans, that's what we're here to do. We're here to connect. We're here to share information. We're here to, just socialize. Like people that are so dormant, if they like that, that's cool. But once you start getting sick, or once that starts to hinder you, that's when it becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like for some people, they can want to be alone, or they can want to not be around people as much. But I definitely think at some point you have to have interaction, because if not, you sort of start to lose your marbles. And that's literally like people that are in solitary confinement for the worst crimes in the world. That's how they punish them. That's how they punish them. Is cutting off all social aspect. So to sit here and think that people like being alone to the point where it makes them crazy amazes me.
Yeah, I just think, sometimes you just need a break from everybody and everything.
Oh, 100%. Like I said, being alone every now and then.
Turn it off.
Bro, my shit just vibrates. Hold up.
If I was Adam 22, I'd fucking boot you out.
Good thing you're not.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to be him. Bro, do you know what's crazy? We never really talk about, we do talk about famous people sometimes, but, how is he,
oh my
do
God.
what he does and then does what he does?
Because they fit in together. They fit in together 100%.
Bro,
I will say this
being
about
an adult star is
I'll say this about Adam though, bro. He's been podcasting for before podcasting was popular or crazy. Bro, I remember watching Adam 22 when X was alive, and when Cali was still popping. Cali now has definitely gone downhill so much.
What?
The social aspect, I feel like, of Cali.
You can never talk about a place you've never been like that.
Okay. Then I'll say this. I'm only talking off of hearsay, he say, she say. But I definitely think. Well, let me put it like this. You've got
that's the city of hell. That's the city where you see somebody in a Lamborghini with a 10 next to him,
because he's a crypto millionaire.
And then on the corner you see a fucking out of his mind homeless dude with his pants half down with his fucking dick out, and it's all sunny and nice. The weather's nice.
Yeah.
It's literally hell. It's literally hell.
Yeah.
That place is literally hell, bro.
Yeah, California. I mean, I'd go there for business.
Think
California
about
doesn't really interest me.
what hell is. That place is literally hell.
Lots of
in the
sorry
sense
souls.
of how it's just people say Las Vegas is city of sin.
I don't know.
I'm sure they make, but
I got something to say, bro. And this, me being a sneakerhead, this really fucking pisses me off and really bothers me. Okay? So I was in Foot Locker the other day, and I'll get it out quick. I was in Foot Locker the other day, and I was browsing the wall.
You still buy shoes in person?
No, I don't buy shoes in person.
I was gonna say, I haven't bought shoes in person.
No, I haven't bought shoes in person in a long time. But anyways, like I said, it really upset me. But I was in Foot Locker the other day, and I was just browsing, just strolling through Foot Locker. And, bro, so I get to the Adidas section, and I saw these there's two different styles, but they are literally exactly like Yeezys. I mean, there's minor differences. And then the day after.
Are they biting off your boy Kanye?
Yes, bro. And look, the day after, is when the shit released that Adidas dropped Yeezy, and it was crazy because
Bro, wait, do they look cool?
they're the same
knockoffs?
thing. But we don't fucking wear Yeezys to fucking rep Adidas. We wear Yeezy and Adidas because of Yeezy. You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't wear fucking Adidas because Adidas is this fire-ass, dope-ass brand. Not hating on Adidas. They make some nice stuff. But the reason why people wear Yeezys is because Kanye. Do you agree or disagree? I would have never gotten... Like, bro,
I mean, I don't...
be realistic. Be realistic. Yeezy...
I don't never worn Yeezys in my life, but I would wear it more because it like is Yeezy. I don't think Kanye West makes like good music.
Mhm.
That's just like an opinion though. Like I can't say he's not a great artist. Like it's not like why is he not famous?
Nah, yeah.
It's just like I if you play Kanye, I'm just like, man.
Yeah, it's just
And
an
like
opinion.
even the old shit. I mean, I like the song like Heartless. Like I like his like two best songs, and that's just, it's just what being an art. Like some people
You can
just-
have an opinion, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I just like, bro. I like Big Tonka. I like Yeet.
Tonka.
Like I just like that kind of music. Like it's just a taste, bro.
You like that rage, bro. We've talked about this on the podcast so many times, but bro, I'm so glad we got to go to that concert together.
Tupac Dick Riders. I can't stand it. If you're 40, bro. If there's like a 20-year-old kid, like somebody our age,
Yeah.
being a Tupac Dick Rider, I'm gonna look at you and be like,
There's also a difference, though. There's also a difference in admiring talent. 100% agree with you.
maybe I'm just that uncultured. I mean, I guess Tupac walked, so Lil Uzi could swim. I said walk, and then walk is on land, swim is in water. That's just how far I'm trying to compare the two.
Yeah.
But then, people just...
Tupac walked so Lil Uzi could fly, right? Or run. Which one would it be?
Tupac crawled while Lil Uzi traveled the fucking universe, outer space, and SpaceX, Elon Musk. Now,
Bro, isn't that so crazy?
Let me
Oh
just
my
tell you a
gosh,
little
that
bit.
just-
Let me just tell you a little about him. His favorite rapper's Kanye.
One of them for sure.
His favorite inspiration is Elon Musk. So if you just can like understand where he just
Oh my
draws all
gosh,
this shit from.
I have so many inspirations and so many people that I look up to. And
All right. We're only gonna go like a minute or two more.
Yeah.
Let's just go over 2 or 3 guys.
Yeah.
4 or 5 if you got them in your mind. That's influences you.
Me?
Yeah. First, who's your music person that really influences you? You can name a few.
I don't remember if I've ever said this on the podcast. I told you this the other night though. And I sort of was.
What?
This was like
Same age.
Lil Wayne. I'll say that.
Oh,
Lil Wayne
fair.
was my first ever like crazy, like he woke me up to music. He woke me up and I was like, cause I would always, and this is funny, I would always tell my mom I'm just listening to the beat. Because there'd be some dirty rap on the radio or something.
That's a decent thing to tell your parents.
And I just tell my mom, oh, I don't really understand what they're saying. I'm just listening to the beat. But bro, I lied, man. I was listening to every fucking lyric these motherfuckers were saying. That's why I am the way I am today. But anyways, I'm joking. But yeah, Lil Wayne is probably one of my biggest music, like, he's what got me into it. And then I think also Lil Wayne has influenced like probably 40% of what's out today, if not more.
If not more.
Yeah, if
I
not
don't
more.
even like Lil Wayne like
I'll
that.
tell you some of my craziest music influences though. Ye, of course, Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan, but for New York rap, Jay-Z fucking went crazy. But Ye, Jay-Z, Young Thug,
I have to be somebody.
T-Pain, one that's not talked about enough. T-Pain is one of the reasons why so much music is the way it is today. Agree or disagree? He's the first, in my opinion, he's the first person to go crazy with auto-tune. And that's one of the reasons why we have so much shit today.
Can't disagree with that.
So, Ye, Jay-Z,
I was kind of gonna have you name one role model from each kind of walk of life.
go for it.
that
Okay, so I
builds you
said
for you.
music. What else?
I think everybody just looks up to some athletes.
Athletes.
Yeah.
I'll say a few.
Well, I'll go for mine musically. Overall, just Lil Uzi, not just because he's cool and shit, because, with him being short, and then him making the most of what God gave him.
Oh yeah, Lil Man mentality. No, I'm joking. I'm
Yeah.
joking. I'm joking.
For any of the fans, I'm 5'11". I'm just not 6'4" like him.
He says he's 5'11". He's
No,
fine.
but like I was so motivated with seeing that like the dude was like so small, and he made the most of it. Like
Yeah.
it's motivational with obviously liking the music and stuff. I look up to Shia LaBeouf a lot. For y'all don't know who everybody pretty much knows
Actor.
who he is. The dude in Transformers 1, Sam Witwicky, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck they call his last name. I look up to Conor McGregor a whole lot.
Conor McGregor's the man.
Just people that really. So Lil Uzi, Conor McGregor, Shia LaBeouf, those three. I mean, there's more out there, but those three guys like always at the top of my list of just people I just like look up to, fuck with. Fans always will support.
I wanna pull some out of my bag. Keanu Reeves. I like Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah. He speaks a lot of good shit.
I like Keanu Reeves. I like Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
I like Matthew McConaughey.
He's cool.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This is just music, but also in life, bro. People say what they fucking want, bro. But I think Kanye West is literally like.
He's tweaking.
I think a lot of people, they don't have.
We're not gonna talk about like famous people drama, but like he's tweaking.
No, okay. Aside from everything that's going on right now,
Overall,
I want to say this about you.
What's fucked up is they take somebody's lifelong work.
Yeah.
And then like 2-3
Bro,
interviews.
that
just your
upsets
whole
me for
career.
him. That upsets me for him, 100%.
Bro, this is the thing. That motherfucker knows what he's doing.
One thing I want to say before we go. Kanye, aside from what is going on right now, I think that Kanye is one of the most influential people, not only in music, but for young creators and people that, aren't scared to fucking do their own thing. Because at a teenage years, Kanye was very, very relevant. And it took me a while to understand what he was talking about. And once I started listening to him a lot more and sort of like digging into what he does, and bro, what was the documentary? Yeezus? That shit was fire. Like at a look in his creative life, and it wasn't long enough. Like there's so much more of his shit that like is inspirational and so much that he's created. But anyways, that was episode 30. We'll go ahead and let y'all go. We appreciate you all watching. Stay tuned for next week, and don't forget